Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another video, and today's going to be Assassination Rogue, and pretty much, I haven't played Rogue in about a couple months. The last time I played was when I was getting course 21 Hundo a while back, which is my brother, just to keep him up with the stuff. Even if he doesn't even come back, it just gives me something to do. And I was also banned, so, there's that. But, Assassination Rogue's pretty good right now. I'd say the best class in the game is it's probably Affliction Warlock. You can put a Affliction Warlock with really any comp in the entire game and pretty much beat anything that's not an Affliction Warlock just because it's overall it does a lot of damage. Um, I think one problem right now is its games are insanely, what's the word here? They're really long games. Like I've had games go up to like 55 to 75 million healing. After you get to like 18 to 2K, certain teams they just cannot die. Like it is unbelievable. So, giving people this many cooldowns is just dumb. I think Cat is out, or I don't know if it's out or if it's just private server. I haven't actually checked, but I saw Moonfire being playing as Boomy. He was really like three-shotting people on his burst and stuff, but I'll probably end up doing a rogue on Kata, and maybe I'll play something with Will, and we'll just queue that. I think it's pretty much the same problems that have been there. I mean, mainly just um, if you're in an arena for 10 or 12 minutes and you're only gaining 10 rating, that's a problem. If I was gaining 25s or 30s, then it's different. But the fact that you're gaining little to no rating, and you're spending. So that's basically five. So every game, unless you win the opener, you're only gonna get probably 5 to 8 arenas per hour, unless you're losing quickly. But in an actual game, if you're going full out like actual games, yeah, it's probably gonna be about 5 games, 5 to 7 games an hour, maybe just depending on what you're playing. But usually, if you're going up to like 50 plus damp, or maybe not that high, but you know, just going up to a 5 to 10 minute game, you're only gonna get six or seven of those games, unless like you win the opener, like the last game I just did, which is considered the opener. Um, which is dumb because you're only gaining 10 or 12 rating and you're losing 9. So unless you win every one of those games, you're just staying at the same rating that you were already at. So that's been a huge problem that's still yet to be fixed, which is I think everyone already kind of knew that, to be honest. I think in this video, I honestly was just missing kicks, and I actually kinned in a Cyclone a few times, I think. I don't even know. But these games actually weren't bad. Finally hopping on a class that I don't really play that much anymore. Um, I enjoy Rogue, but at the same time, I only really enjoy Assassination. Outlaw Rogue's just, it does no damage, and then Sub Rogue's 2 base off burst, and it does no damage, so like, Sub Rogue has to be like Windwalker. It has to be able to 100 OU in like 2 or 3 globals. Otherwise, people just use one of their 9 different CDs when you click CDs, and you're pretty much useless for 2 minutes or a minute. So, just, the amount of CDs that are in the game, like, just imagine if one class has 4 or 5 CDs, you have to go through 3 people's like, that's 15 cooldowns in every 1 minute to 2 minute. That's not enough. Like that's too much stuff to go through, and that's just like a basic class. Imagine like a Ret Paladin or just anything else really. But those are basically the main problems. I think is mainly just you know the same stuff that's always been talked about, which is really no point in talking about it anymore because it's not gonna change. The game's kind of at the point where it's like that you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. It's not gonna They're not gonna put money into the game anymore to actually like the thing is, the moment they stop putting live like GMs in the game, like where you communicate with live GMs, I knew the game was gonna go sideways. They don't even put out enough money to put. You can't even live chat. You literally have to go through a bot, a token. Like that's the only way of communicating with these people, which is the most hilarious thing a game company can have. Even sites that if you want a job application online at like Walmart or anything, you can get a live chat almost instantly just to talk to somebody. Yeah, you can't do that with Blizzard. There is no, you used to be able to talk, used to have a GM message you or something like that. Nope, it's just everything's a bot. and it's mainly because it's cheaper and they're more lazy. But that's just how that goes. But pretty much every game is pretty much just PvE. There's not really much to talk about game wise. I don't even remember the last time I ever talked about doing setups or anything. I think it's literally just been just PvE to win, to be honest. Here I DR Kinium just to keep him out of form, which it ended up being probably bad, but who cares? Doesn't really matter, to be honest. Um, I'm actually pretty hungry right now. I'm kind of just trying to get this video. So yeah, we're back. I'm gonna try to make daily uploads again. Try to get it going for now. Obviously, in the future, once I do get surgery, I've been saying that for years. That's how long this thing has taken just to be able to attempt to get surgery. Um, that's when I'll be quitting. So once we get surgery and I start doing other stuff, that'll be the end of the era for the X. The game's been uh, it's been something to do. So it's not like it's been terrible, but it hasn't been bad enough to where it's unplayable. It's playable, it's just not fun. It's kind of like an addiction. You don't go, you just go for the rush, but you don't go because it's fun. You're just addicted. Just like, you just go for the feeling pretty much. But that's pretty much the plan. I don't know after that what we're going to do with the channel. Probably just it's an end of era with X, and we'll call it a GG's. Who knows though? If maybe somewhat if something happens and it's making good money or something, then I'll just start live streaming and we'll go from there. But so far, I don't know. I don't really want to. I don't know. I'd have to see like whenever I have surgery and my back's like I'm not forced here to see if I'll still play or not. Like the only reason I play is because it's like it's the only thing I have to do. So it's like I don't get punished for just doing it, like for just playing the game. The thing is, it's not free to play, which is annoying. I feel like WoW should 100% be free to play with how little they do updates and little they do anything on WoW. Oh yeah, 100%. This game should have been free to play a long time ago. And you can't even buy if you don't buy the $15 or whatever off of the gold, they force you to buy 2 months. That's 30 dollars worth of game time every 2 months, and you have to buy it. And if you don't, then you have to buy it worth of gold, because there's no $15 option of game time anymore, because obviously they're money hungry and they're trying to just get you to play as long as possible. I also think if you're not actually on the game, your game time shouldn't run out. So like, let's say I get a month of game time, it should only count the time that I'm on the game. It shouldn't count any other time that if let's say I get by a month and I'm not on for a month, I should still have a month of game time. That's 100%. They've made so much money. People are like, oh, they wouldn't make any money. They would still make. Look at every other company that does free to play. Warzone, Fortnite. They make quadruple, so much more money than this company, and it works out perfectly fine. And even if they're making more, they probably make more just to get because you need casuals in a game for it to work out. So, that's just how that goes. But there is no casuals as well, so you can't really expect a game to thrive when there's nobody playing it. But that's just kind of how that is. But pretty much with the good old fast threes, it's pretty much the best to get for right now. Um, Boomy Rogue definitely seems good. I think Affy, we're playing with a bad healer spec. You definitely don't want. I don't think you want to play with a Holy Priest as its comp, but it worked out okay. I'm trying to think of what else would be better. Maybe Holy Priest is good. I don't know. I don't know what would you maybe Evoker or something. I'm not sure. I'd have to like look and see what people are actually playing. But Avi, Assassination Rogue is probably your best bet with like a Rusted Druid. Yeah, you're definitely gonna farm as that comp. It's probably like the better type of comp. We actually ended up almost killing this guy in a DR Kenny, which would have been nice. That was the plan. I should have bombed instantly if I was gonna bomb. I didn't think we would actually get any pressure off that because I didn't even because of the DR Kenny at like 35 and the healer was he might have been CC'd. I don't know, but. Pretty much just fading off CD when I'm getting attacked and That's all there is to it. Multi-bleeding or mainly double bleeding and just shivving. I mean, when you have two shivs up, you can kind of just shiv off CD pretty much. But usually you want to do it like on kidneys or like whenever the healer is not CC'd or even when he's CC'd. So here we get Gouge. We've actually gotten really good CC on this Shaman, and somehow this guy's 100% HP. Good old Fash. Gotta love when a healer is CC'd for 15 or 20 seconds, and the DPS is topping himself off. Good old Fash. Just another good example of. I actually ended up killing. I didn't see. I guess I just thought it was a good idea. Good old. Here I just trinket the lasso. My guy could have probably knocked him or something, but I was like, yeah, no. These cyclones are really bad. I just noticed that because he's doing the Pharaoh Druid trick where he actually racial my kidney there. That was a nice play. Like I couldn't imagine trying that hard at. I don't even think we're at a high rated. I think we're at like 1900 MMR. These cyclones again DR. So yeah, these cyclones are insanely bad. He's doing the Pharaoh Druid trap. Usually you would cyclone the DPS and then you'd swap it to the healer and then you'd stun the DPS. But you don't really have to do that. And then my Boomy just one-shots him with Death Mark with Shiv. And we just absolutely destroy him in like 3 gold. Because Boomies do unhealable damage right now. As you can see, he literally just deleted that guy immediately. But yeah, Shadow Play is definitely, I feel like it's definitely probably the best class in the game right now. You can literally play it with any comp in the game and it'll work. 100%, it's 100% the best. I'd say it's better than DH or better than any other spec. It just does too much it's too good in every comp, and it does too much. You have everything you need with a lock. On top of it being, I wouldn't even say it's that damp. It's really good in damp, but a lot, like if you have I wouldn't even play SP lock though. SP lock is good for damp, but I'd rather play Boomy lock. Like imagine the pressure you're gonna be getting with a Boomy. Like SPs don't do damage. They're just there for utility and pretty much just to be there. They just have utility and FCC pretty much. But if you put a Boomy in there, the amount of damn that you're getting is gonna be just godly. Or like Affy Assassination or Affy Arms Warrior, you're gonna get like a little bit more pressure because like SP has to be like probably the worst caster for damage right now. It's really bad. It just doesn't do any damn. And unless you're free casting and you get your burst off and you have triple bleeds up and you're doing that, you're not doing damage. It's like insanely hard to do anything as a SP. Just mainly just the utility that you're getting is what makes it even viable at all. But yeah, I think I'm playing with Sicko a lot. That's what I've been playing with him on my ults. I think our next comp we tried. The thing is, with Ret War, you have to play with a Fist Weaver, or you have to do Fist Weaving. My Fist Weaver is not geared, and we're at the point where it's like, I need 2-set, and we need a decent Ret. So I'm just playing my Rescue Druid, so we'll probably try Rescue Druid, Affliction Warlock, and then Arms Warrior. That's the one comp we haven't tried I've actually seen a few times, and in my head it sounds pretty good. I feel like there's unhealable damage. Arms Warrior is just the, it's a dampener comp, but at the same time it's just doing so much pressure. Cause like with an Affy lock, you're just getting once he gets bleeds rolling, yeah, you're just hitting whatever you can hit and doing unhealable damage to everybody. And the good old fashioned, that's pretty much how that goes. I think this guy ends up dying here, but nope, he lives. Get old fashioned way up. But I pretty much 2-capped everybody already. I might have like a rogue left to do, but I don't think I'm gonna do another rogue. I mean, I have other rogues that have 70, but I don't know how once I get gear on my main rogue, I'll probably just push some solo shuffle, get eligible for rank 1, and then just tank and sit, or like not tank down, but just sit and just wait. That's pretty much what I do always, and ends up like, see, when you gotta play your class while it's really good, or else you're just gonna get farmed. And I never do that. I always play the class when it's bad. Like I'll play it when it's good, and I'll get eligible for my rank 1, and then I won't play it for like two months, and By the time I play it again, it'll get nerfed, and then it's back to like nobody playing it, and every other class is 10 times better. But I think this season I actually need to like play it while it's good and go from there. But yeah, our next comp is gonna be Affy Warrior, and we'll try that out. I'll let you guys know how that goes. But so far it's not looking too bad. But as long as Affy's it's actually kitting into another clone. These clones are just like I must not just be paying attention in these clips. What's the last game here? I don't even remember what it was. Yeah, these were pretty solid games though. Especially with the comps that we were facing. Like Shadowplay should never lose to the comp. They were like any Shadowplay is really hard to beat. Like the only thing that can beat Shadowplay is another caster cleave. Like usually melees won't stand a chance. Like this is how that goes. But actually, this one was actually a harder comp. This was harder than uh, the Shadowplay almost. Just because that was a terrible clone. He did it on my death mark too. Oh man, I was death marking all. See, that's the thing with cloning. He'd always clone. Yeah. I should have said something. Yeah, cloning is really bad when you're playing. Like it's good if you're doing it on off-cart target, but like I got to get my bleeds up for me to do damage. And these guys are doing unhealable. This red's doing unhealable damage. Here I smoke bomb while he's in angel form, which is a good smoke bomb, but we don't really have any damage. So here I'm gonna gouge off the Smoky B. I'm bleeding the warrior. I'm gonna vanish cheap shot. He actually fears me, so he fades. I trinket because I don't know if I'm gonna get this spell or not. And warrior sitting a clone. That's a good clone. Whenever we're not hitting the warrior, it's good. But as you can see there, these guys are just leaving us down completely. I think, yeah, Holy Priest and Fistweaver is probably like the best for Red Warrior. So if I plan on playing Red Warrior with Sicko, I'd have to play my Fistweaver or something like that, and then just do non-fist whenever I face like a double caster cleave or something. This game was actually really close, though. They actually ended up almost winning. I still don't know if Holy Priest is good with Boomy Rogue. I'm trying to think of like what the other healer would be that we would play with. Maybe Restless Sham. Maybe not. Yeah, Restless Sham might seem okay. You're just switching out the SP for a Boomy, which is basically the same thing, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. I have to check though. Actually, I on my Assassination Rogue, I'll probably either play Affy or Boomy Rogue. That's probably the only ones I'm gonna play. I'm not gonna play like SP Rogue or DK Rogue. Those will be the good old fashioned ones that I play for this season to get my Glad. Because I'll have to push for this season because the mount actually looks pretty solid, and I definitely need to get Glad like at least once this expansion just to have it. And then I'll have to get it again next expansion, especially if I want to sell carries in the future. Because like a lot of these Discords, you need to have you need to like a Glad in that expansion, and I haven't queued threes like since it's been a long time. Because obviously threes has been the most cringe that they've ever been. So why would I even queue? I think I trinket this. Yep, trinket late. I almost end up dying 60-0 in like 2 globals. Good old fashioned. So yeah, this is a long game. So even for Rep Warrior, even for like the comp that we're playing, these games are just extremely long. This is what happens when you get people with so many defensive cooldowns, and you just have to go through so much. And then obviously this is another horrible clone, but actually it might have been good because it was unholy. Now you should cycle on the warrior. Let's see. Yeah, this warrior would cycle on the warrior if you could get it. And it looks like he's trying to, or he's trying to get the healer here in a second. He root beams him. I go gouge off that. He actually gets freedom. I blind him instead. Nice blind. I had. Yeah, that's a good blind. And then I bomb here. He pushes him out of the bomb, and then he runs back into the bomb. Nice. Like to see it. I can gouge him here in a second. Looks like I'm gonna reblade all bop. Okay, so they're pretty much out of CDs here. We just got to live and just do damn. So here I kick him, gouge him. We can no, we can't cycle him. Anything really, other than the ret, and we're going ret. Disarms. gets this build. We end up almost dying here. I'm gonna faint here soon. Faint. It's a close game actually. I'm gonna rebleed because my bleeds are just falling off. My guy ends up almost dying. Wings again. I kidney him on his wings so he doesn't get any pressure. I'm gonna gouge here, full gouge. And it looks like my guy can clone him here in a second. Nope, he angel forms. I end up almost dying again. So here I'm just evading and looking at them, and at this point the game should be pretty much over. I don't think he's going to be able to heal the pressure that we're going to have. And I have my Shadow Dance here, and I have full bleed, so here we should just double bleed, shiv both of them, and win the game here. It's just too much damage for him to be able to recover, I think. I'm surprised they're not dead yet. I don't know how they're even alive. We have so much pressure putting out right now. I cheap chopped DR for into a gouge into the kill. Insane. So we got the CC, got done. I had to do all that work just for 10 points. Good old fashioned. But I mainly just did it for the 2 cap because I needed the 2 cap. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, peace.